I mean, it's the story of the well, no, it's not. It's been like that for quite some time, right? The double smite, the Zhang Fei picking up the smite, not an unusual thing. You just saw the just how great it could be in that last game with Nongshim, just Fei just getting some sort of steals left and right. It's something that you need to factor whenever you're taking a big neutral fight.
Yeah, now, D-Ranger in the hands of Fearless Esports. Concerned about the range, he does offer quite a lot of damage as well. And, with the Leaping Savior, it does provide him a little bit more sustainability, longevity in the lane as well.
Okay, all right, but it looks like Scars are going to counter with a lane in Heino to kind of round out their draft. What are your thoughts on these two?
The overall peel, right? If you get the Scepter of Fate, it's going to consistently drag you down, peel your health bars down as well. So I really like it. The fact that they have one front-facing tank, which is going to be the Mankey, and the tankiest of them all, per se. This is a good strategy to have, right? A lane as well as Lung, they're looking for entry points. So we'll see. We'll see if this works out for the side of Scars.
All right, but what rounds out the Fearless Esports draft?
They're still missing a clash lane, right? So at this point, I think they want to play the poke game. So probably someone with a long range. And wow, it's going to be the Luna once again. I like this.
All right. High risk, high reward, just going ham, getting aggressive. That seems to be the strike back way of just getting back in it. But why do you like it, kid?
Well, Luna offers quite a lot of entry points, like I mentioned. And if the stage is set right, and the fact they have an Ogren, it means a lot of focus will be placed on the Ogren because he's going to lay down the path of passing. He's going to go in for the tank. And then eyes onto so many different members, right? You have to care about KK, you have to care about the Zhang Fei, and you also have to care about Xingling on the Ogren. And where does that leave the Dao Luna? It leaves him completely unchecked.
Yeah, unchecked. And I mean, he could just tear things up. I mean, I think everybody has respectable damage. Even the Zhang Fei with the Unbridled Outburst can kind of get in your face. This is a team that wants to kind of run at you and just blow you up. I think they have that potential. It's going to be very interesting to see how ASD does on the Heino, because he can kind of maybe potentially bait things out and then Fate Rewind most of it back. So we're going to see how this one plays out. It's, of course, the second match of the day, Scars versus Fearless Esports. Can Scars strike into Fearless Esports here?
Looking for the steal already. Woodwind already struggling to lay down a little bit of pain. I'm not sure whether he got the smite. I think he did, right? So he stole that camp away.
Yeah, I think he stole that camp, and that's the power of it, right? Just being a nuisance on this Zhang Fei. That's what you want to do. And plus, like, heroes have to rotate against you. They have to factor you in. And now it looks like he's going to go into the bottom lane, provide a little bit of support for KK here. Woodwind has just been doing a great job of just, being a good roamer.
Yeah, but Ochik doing really equally well as well, right? Now, this is one of the benefits of Bedolia, the ability to stay in the river, get the heals, and get the shields as well for your farm lane.
Yeah, and that's what you want to do. And, okay, Rilver, all right, Jinglin, this is an Elaine Ogren matchup. You don't always see Ogren in the Clash lane. But what are your thoughts on this one? I mean, it helps having a Dream Roam coming in like this one, but it looks like Rilver has to run away.
It's more beneficial for the Ogren for sure. And, put that onto the hands of Xingling. I think you have a winning matchup. At this point, that's why the junglers are rotating in, right? They want to see, is there any way we can tip the scales in our favor?
Yeah, they're going to need some sort of help. And Arashi here just trying to make some... movement around the map, and Dao doing it in kind. So both junglers just trying to help support the team, right? This is a big one from them. They're both level 4, and Arashi's still up in front. He needs to be careful. Ooh, Dao in and out, but he's a little low.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's pretty even, right, for both teams. And no steal coming out from Woodwind. He might be the first blood here if he gets caught out.
He's a little tanky. He forfeited domains. He throws them all back. But the blue, I think it was picked up by Dao in the end. But Arashi now in a bad spot. He's taking a lot of damage. The Lingering Dream, but the Fate Rewind back. But it looks like Arashi's going to be the first to fall.
Yeah, first blood goes in the hands of Fearless Esports. And of all of the people to go into, it is a funnel into KK.
Yeah, and that's not a good situation to be in. You don't want to let the D-Ranger get that first blood gold. He's going to be even stronger and more difficult to deal with by Jens, who is a little bit behind in terms of net worth because of that.
Yep. So you know what? I thought it was a balanced matchup because simply you have the ult, right? You have the wave breaker, you have heals coming out, and that enables your farm lane to really just go in with no fear.
Yeah, a meteor kill onto it. The Conductor of Souls is used by Jinglin, who's looking to turn this around. My gosh, so scary, this Ogren out healing you, out damaging you, and he's probably winning in the looks department with this Ogren too.
Oh yeah, for sure. Right now, it's a lot of pressure coming in from Fearless Esports, right? They want to build upon the lead that they've gotten for themselves. It's just one first blood, but take a look at the gold diff, right? It's about 1,000 already. And a simple slash. And that's going to be the Crescent Slicer getting the jungle camp all the way to Dao Dao.
Yeah, it helps out. I mean, just stealing as much as possible. Less for Arashi, less to be tanky. And they're going to really need Arashi to be that frontliner. I mean, him not having that tank ability is going to really hurt this team because he's pretty much the biggest one. Not only in terms of size, but also in terms of just the armor ability. And he's looking to go in. The Tempest is about to start. It looks like Ochik is going to throw out that Ode to kind of just potentially zone them away. But Woodwind, not scared. And it looks like, oh, they do end up getting it. Fable does take the Tyrant. And it looks like Scars are just going to have to limp away.
Yep, big confidence there as they get a secondary kill as well. 12,000 gold in the pocket, 13 as we talk about it. And this is not looking good at all for Scars.
Oh, not looking good at all. And Dao Dao coming on. Fate Rewind. Oh, barely any heal at all. That's an awkward one. ASD is going to use the healing do. He will be back.
Yep, difficult situation to be in. It's going to be a 2,000 gold lead. This was the solo kill onto Rilva from the side of Singling. And it's tough, right? Because when an Ogren has a lead, especially in the lane against you, you're forced to constantly be in a one-on-one with him.
Yeah, and not a good situation for Singling. I mean, to let him get the Ogren, probably not great, right? I think Fearless Esports are like, oh, we got the Ogren, we got it in the Clash lane. It doesn't really matter. It could have been potentially flexed into the jungle, but, you know, I'm happy having it in the Clash laner, and Jinglin has just been on point with it.
Yeah, and Dao Dao now having double buffs with the stolen Azure Golem from the camp on the side of Scars. This is going to be a huge influence onto the next few seconds here because he will be able to control the game. Take a look at it. He's handling 2 people in the mid. That allows the rotations for the farm lane as well.
Yeah, just doing so much. Jinglin is just zoned out Rilver, just taking it out. He had a level differential as well, but they've got the gank in the bottom lane, and they found Jens. They take the tower as well, and they're just putting salt on those wounds.
Yep, Crimson at risk as well. Looks like Dao Dao once again secures the Crimson Golem for himself, and this leaves Arashi kind of starving for a little bit.
Yeah, starving, struggling, the Ocean of Tears being thrown out. Arashi hasn't really been able to find the farm. Look at him just moving around. I mean, if anything, he's super cute, if anything, but he hasn't been able to get farm, and that's what he needs.
Yep, he needs a little more than charm, right, at this point, as they are going to mount the pressure here. Another knockup, and it's just not looking good at all for Scars.
All right, when you said needs a little bit more than charm, you sound like my partner. Feel the same way. Like, you guys are saying the same things.
Well, I'm not going to step into your personal relationships.
All right, nonetheless, Jinglin is pushing it out. I mean, this is all about the map control, taking things out, just forcing them back. Like, you know, right now, Scar is just struggling to find any sort of farm. They're grouping up, you know, and trying to defend, but, you know, they're coming from all angles. Unbridled Outburst is used, but, again, just to zone them away, and they take the T1 mid for free.
Yeah, they feel so exposed, right? Every single member is on all fronts of the map, right? Top left, right, bottom as well. They had multiple entries, and when you're dealing with someone like Dao Dao on the Luna, that's not a situation you want to be in.
Yeah, for sure. Dao Dao and, I mean, level 12 already. Arashi level 9. This is a huge differential. Arashi cannot even fight. I think that it's super scary at this point. But they've just imposed their will. Fearless Esports bounce back, and they bounce back angry against the Scars lineup.
Yep, they take it personally at this point, and for good reason, because this is going to be the thing, the match that sets the stage for them, right? If they win this cleanly, it is a confirmed qualification into the King's Championship.
Yeah, Fearless Esports right now, they're kind of like, oh, nobody makes me bleed my own blood after that last series. And they're kind of angry. I mean, they're taking it out onto Scars. Scars have been pushed back. They're down about 6K in terms of net worth. But they've nowhere to go, nowhere to breathe. The top T2 has been taken out as well. The Dream Roam just being used by Arashi, just running away, just trying to stay alive. He walks into the kiddie pool, if anything, but that's going to be the end of it.
Yeah, and this is really important, right? So Scars, they need ASD to land this Scepters of Fate. Unless he lands it, there is no comeback factor at all.
Yeah, he's got to be constantly just like, constantly doing damage whenever it's off cooldown, just getting the snipes, the pickoffs, do a little bit of damage, so Fearless Esports has to respect you. Right now, they don't respect you, and they're pushing ASD all the way back into his base, and they're forcing it down in that mid T2. They're looking to take the top as well, as they're looking to go in the fight in the top lane. If we're going to go, KK doing a little bit of damage, the Unbridled Outburst, and no, the Ocean of Tears pushing them away. Arashi's going to zone them, and nobody wants this.
Yeah, now ASD at this point, he needs to land the Scepter of Fate onto Dao Dao, right? Because that will allow him to kind of peel Dao Dao down. Dao Dao is very strong right now, right? He has the Augur's Word, he has the Insatiable Tomb. A lot of lifesteal, a lot of defensive capabilities as well.
Yeah, Dao Dao is very strong. He's got a lot of gold, and he's starting to become very, very rich, and very damagey.
Yeah, so big wealth.
In summary, yes. But it looks like Dao Dao will take the Tyrant here. Woodwind is going to just kind of, again, just scout out. But Jinglin, nobody's been able to touch him. He's just been in the top lane, just camping. Nobody can touch him at this point.
Yeah, at this point, okay, take a look at the damage that turns with stealing the Xingling, right? Respectable damage, but that also means they need a lot more room and time to really kill Xingling off.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to push it into the top T3. They're going to go with the Unbridled Outburst, the Infinite Fastness. Where's he going to go? He's thought about it, but he's just going to back on out. That top T3 still taking a lot of damage. The minions are still alive, and they're pushing it along. The Unbridled Outburst over the wall. The Fate Rewind brings it back. And that's not your imagination. It did come back like magic.
Yep, exactly. And now ASD, he gets his hands on the Augur's Word, so he's going to be a little bit more defensive in nature as well. Now they have managed to secure that push, or revert that push that came in from Fearless Esports Hong Kong, but I think that's the least of their troubles at this point.
Yeah, least of their troubles. I mean, this is the Tyrant one. Arashi going in, the Dream Roam all the way back to safety, but they're just being chased out. Oh, nice Ocean of Tears, shutting it down. Arashi and Ochik both on the kill count. Shenz has been getting killed as well. A double kill going the way of Dao Dao, and they've gotten 3, and they've taken, it looks like they're going to go back and maybe take that Tyrant, but my gosh, they are not scared. Dao Dao is actually styling on them, but he does get to safety, doesn't get any kills though.
Yep, it's fine, right? 3 down, just ASD and River to defend. They have 1 more lane. I mean, do they want to use the Fate Rewind to save this mid? I don't think so. That's not possible.
Yeah, not really possible. ASD is going to go for the Fate Rewind. Actually, he was just... Okay. I thought he was barely out of the range of that mid 2 or 3, but he did actually just get the tip.
Okay, so he is the last chance reversion, right? So he's going to revert things back to normal. They can lose the fight, it's fine. But how many times can you do this?
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, at some point, Fearless Esports are just going to be so strong that they're just going to blow through them. It doesn't really matter if you bring it back. But yeah, I think Fearless Esports right now, again, you talked about the map control all the way up in front. Look at Woodwind. Like, like the absolute confidence that this guy has of just understanding that none of these guys can blow you up, right? Like Woodwind, I'll just like scout out everything.
Yep, and vision control, right? So one of the things that is beneficial of this is now Dao Dao has free reign of the buffs across the Scar side of the map, and now they're gonna start and try to work on the structures once again.
Yeah, they're gonna just focus on, it's gonna be a mid and bottom, mainly bottom push. T3 is gonna be there. ASD, oh, he doesn't have the ult right now, so this is a bit of an opening. No rewind on that sense, but maybe this mid T3 goes down as well, but they're gonna wait for the minions.
Yep, so much space, right? They have like 40 seconds to play around because of the Primal Bond. And at this time, it's really just, can we break open the base as much as possible?
Yeah, just chip it down. I mean, you want a Fate Rewind? All right, I got all day. I'm going to stick around. I'm going to be happy with this one. And they're looking to go on. They have found Arashi. Dream Roams, he gets to safety, but they've taken the top T3. It looks like they want to go for the mid one. No, they're going to die. The Unbridled Outburst, the Death at Sunset landing. That was a nice one, but Ochik is going to be the first to fall. But they're focusing on the base, but there's no minion. Oh, there are some minions. It doesn't really matter, but they want to fight. Jinglin is continuing on. He might actually be picked off. And ASD does get the kill. The base somehow survives, and it looks like Scars is going to hold, at least for now, with 2-1 kills.
Yeah, so they overstayed their welcome there, and Fearless Esports, I think they were just a little bit overzealous, right? Chill out, guys. You should be able to get the win if you continue this playstyle, but they also understand, right? As the game goes later and later, they have a higher chance to burn and burst down Dao Dao as well. And I think, Fearless Esports, they want to avoid that.
Yeah, I think at that point, like, as Fearless Esports, you take the objectives. You don't need to overcommit and try to, like, dive. But, like, Dao Dao is diving, doesn't really care. ASD, he's going to be killed, not able to favor Wines. I mean, it was on cooldown, excuse me. But Woodwind and Dao Dao continuing to just go in. Just so much damage just goes in and out. He is like this nightmare. He is all over you, and he wants more. Ochik is going to be the next to fall.
Holy!
He just turns it on, not scared, and they're continuing on. Arashi is just next on that list. And it looks like we have Menki for dinner tonight with 4 members down. It's just a matter of time as they're looking to push. It's one last hurrah. Infinite fastness to slow down. He has a sky eye view of all 5 members. Maybe he gets downed out. No, he's going to get knocked up for good measure. They've had the KDA, and it looks like they get the ace, and they're going to take game 1. Fearless Esports on top.
Monstrous performance here by Fearless Esports. I mean, he knocked them all the way down. And with that, I think that's a one step, right, in the correct direction for Fearless Esports. What a performance on the Luna. That is why it is picked.
Yeah, I mean, it was just, he was incredible on that one, right? Just no fear, just doing so much damage. Everyone from Scars was in